Hello, welcome to Limoneira Ranch. I'm here today with Steve Cushman. Hello, Steve. How are you doing?
Great. I'm excited to be here. I think we're going to have such a great time. We're going to have a fabulous lunch.
Oh, we're amazing lunch today. Steve is joining us from the Santa Barbara Chamber of Commerce, and what we're going to be doing today is actually bringing the lemons to the Mediterranean, to Italy. We're going to do an Italian lemon herb pasta with unbelievable seafood. So let's get cooking?
Let's get cooking.
Sounds great. Okay, first we're going to start off by getting our pan warm. What I'm going to have you start working on, Steve, is actually let's juice some Limoneira lemons right now.
They look fantastic.
Perfect. What we're doing, we're using 3 Limoneira lemons, which should give about a half a cup of lemon juice. There you go.
All right, let me get at it.
We're going to add extra virgin olive oil. We're going to wait for the pan to heat up a little bit. You never want to start your cooking without the oil heating up to the same temperature as your pan. Once the oil is ready, we're going to add 1 heaping teaspoon of garlic, about 2 tablespoons of capers, and then we're going to add in about 5 to 6 olives. We're using today Spanish green olive and Kalamata olive. Once that is complete, we're going to lower down our flame. Okay, so after we added our olives, what we're going to do is add first part of our seafood. Steve, would you be able to hand me the scallops?
And I love scallops, Jason. These look fabulous.
Oh, thank you. These here are 1020 scallops. They're your medium-sized scallops. And what we're doing right now is we're salting it with kosher salt and a little bit of fresh ground pepper. We want to get the pan very warm, when we're very hot. Once it is hot, we're going to add the scallops down, facing downwards, with the salt and pepper side facing down. We're going to wait a little while to have it basically coat. What we want to do is get a nice golden texture on the scallops.
And it'll pick up the flavor of all the olives. Oh, yeah.
And it just comes in. It's seeping up all the olives and the caper juice right now. Right now, can I get about 4 clams from you, Steve?
Absolutely.
And what I'm going to be doing over here is I'm going to be cutting 6 spears of asparagus into about 1-inch pieces.
You have a cooking series too at the Santa Barbara Chamber of Commerce, don't you, Steve?
We do. We cook out in the patio. We do have a great patio.
You know, it's great going.
Now we're going to deglaze with white wine. Today I'm using a Pinot Grigio, and the Pinot Grigio is because we're going to be using citrus, and Pinot Grigio has a nice citrus and floral accents to the wine. So you don't want to use a Viognier or say a Sauvignon Blanc because the citrus will overpower the lemon itself. Okay, once we've added our asparagus and our clams, what we're going to be doing now is adding in our red onion. We're going to use 1/4 of red onion, and we're going to have those done on a slice. We also are going to add roughly about 10 to 12 sun-dried tomatoes, a little more white wine, of course. What we're doing now is we're coating the white wine, we're bringing it to about a quarter of the pan. What we want to do is have all the seafood simmer and cook inside the pan itself and absorb all that nice vino. Now we're going to add in, this is 1 chopped tomato. And if you could right now, Steve, give us 4 prawns to put in the pan itself. Perfect. And 4 of the mussels. And what we're going to do is put the mussels facing downwards. Reason being is we want the flesh to cook. We're using New Zealand mussels today. They're green mussels, and they're already basically have opened and been cleaned. And what we want to do now is cook the flesh through. Perfect. Now we're going to keep it on the heat for roughly about 5 to 10 minutes. You are going to want to have all of the seafood cook on through. Once the seafood's cooked on through, you'll notice your shrimp, we're using actually Texas fresh shrimp, you'll notice they'll come in pink in color. That is when you know that your shrimp is cooked all the way through.
It can't get much better than this, but I notice we have some more ingredients.
Yes, we do.
Hard to believe we can make it better than what you've done so far.
Yes, we're going to add in our salmon right now. The salmon we wait till the end because I like to have the salmon a little pink in the middle, cooked a little medium rare. You don't want to cook it all the way through. So we're going to add that. Then what we're going to do is add a little bit of lobster. The lobster I already have basically lobster claws that I pre-boiled, and these are Maine lobster claws. The Maine lobster claw, what you want to do is basically on the end of your knife, just smack it down there and open it on up. Then you're going to have all of the goodness of the flesh inside. Then what you would want to do is basically pull out the lobster meat itself and give it another crunch there.
Wow. Lobster, mussel, clams, salmon, scallops. Who could want more?
The fruit of the sea here.
Pinot Grigio.
And the best part of it all, Limonera lemons.
Limonera lemons.
And if I could grab the salmon from you now, Steve. Thank you. We're basically using 6 ounces of salmon, and this dish here will feed up to about 4 individuals. Say, you and me, probably would be enough.
Yeah, I would say you and me.
Yes. Add a little salt and pepper here for the flavor. As you can see now, your prawns are basically been cooking on one side. We're going to flip them on over so we'll get an even cooking. And now for the best part, we're going to add in our lemon juice. You always want to add your lemon juice in last because when you're cooking something on high heat or medium heat and you add your lemon juice in first, what will happen is it will turn the lemon juice very tart and it will give it an almost burnt tangy taste to it. So what you'd like to do is when you're doing dishes such as we are today, you would want to add your lemon juice towards the end of the dish to give the freshness, the full citrus flavor.
So that's a great idea. How close to the end do you usually time it?
I time it to when you have about a minute left. Minute left. So basically when your shrimp and your salmon are looking like they're almost cooked through, then we would add the lemon juice. Now, you're going to notice in your lobster that you're going to have a piece in it that almost looks like a piece of plastic. What that is actually a piece of cartilage which acts as a bone for the lobster itself. So you want to make sure never to put that in your dish, of course. We're going to add the lobster in towards the end because we want to have it cooked perfectly. And what we're going to do now is we're going to get our herbs ready that we're going to add in at the end with our lemon juice. The herbs that we're using today are going to be fresh mint that will accent the lemon juice, and dill, which would accent the seafood itself. As you can see, what I'm doing is cutting the mint itself in what's called a chiffonade, which are strips. That will basically help the mint, just like basil, to not bruise or turn black in color. So I'm adding in right now the fresh herbs. And if Steve, if you could hand me on over the lemon juice, it's about time to see those beautiful prawns there are getting golden pink. So we're adding in the lemon juice. There we go, thank you, Steve. And we're going to cook it for about 1 more minute. And after we're done cooking the lemon juice, we're actually going to add in a little bit of butter. And what that does is, one, flavor, of course, and then also gives a nice sheen to the sauce.
There's no such thing as a little bit.
No. I hear you, Steve. Add in your lobster.
So I notice you don't move it around much. You pretty much let it sit and cook in that sauce.
Yes, this we're not sauteing. At the beginning we would saute. Right now what we're doing is letting it simmer. And what we're doing, the reason being is we want all of the shellfish juices to come out, the wine, the lemon, basically all the flavors to marry. Now we're adding in our butter. And what we're going to do is just twirl in the butter, mix it in. And we've already boiled our pasta. We're using linguine pasta today, Steve. And what we're going to be doing is basically boil about half a pound is what I would say would be a good amount for this dish. And then what we're going to be doing is going into the plating of the dish now, Steve. Hand me the plate. What I like to do is first and foremost get that seafood into your pan. or your plate, I should say, first. So we're going to lay the beautiful prawns. Then start to place our unbelievable clams here. These are Manila clams that we use today. Then place our scallops. Finish off with our salmon here. And then just lay down the sauce.
How beautiful.
Clean the rim. Actually grab a nice lemon here.
Now, where do these lemons come from?
These lemons are from Limonera Ranch.
That's what I thought, I could tell.
Then, I love to garnish it with a little bit of chili flakes. And these are Japanese chili flakes, as well as one of our main herbs, which is dill. And there you have it, a Limonera lemon herb seafood pasta.
Fabulous. Now, it's too bad you who are watching can't enjoy this with us, but believe me, we'll appreciate it for all of you.
Manja, enjoy. Thank you for joining us at Limonera Ranch, and have a great day.